Yeah. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. I'm on your turf again. This, that. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LAD logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. (3-0) versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. These Jags and Jets, they met one of the stranger games a season ago. Week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets. But how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Lucy.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Yeah, he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. Well, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free points for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Darnold. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Play action. It's Darnold. Airing one deep for Curse. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long.
Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Darren Lee not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size and these...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Faking the give, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a short...
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Jason Myers now for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
This is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a carry for Powell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Leonard Fournette, and now running right through it. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a play fake. Bortles. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And
taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Bortles now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first down, Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Darren Lee in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. And
now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start this with a run for Powell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to go for a big play down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go, trips left, spread left, spread left, spread left. Really good.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Avery Williamson in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Lucy. Nice 39, Lucy.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Darius Stewart now on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on first down is Bortles. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with it. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Sunday.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. First down, it's Darnold. Pass incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football. I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Complete outright to Kurz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
11B. Spread right.
Bortles going to throw. Shark's got it, left side. And he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Again, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's Bortles to throw. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Gets it to Strong. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. To throw, it's Bortles.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Watch him now, Barney. Here we go now. Detroit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup McCown. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now McCown going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Bortles now to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Bortles now on 1st down. Going deep for Moncrief. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Trips left. Green 80. 11. 11B. Move.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16.
Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Hey, let's go. Trip front.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Sunday.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Faking the give to Powell, now McCown. Flush to his right. Airing one deep for Curse. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. All the way down at the 21-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Anunwa, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So after the INT, it's Bortles sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Bortles over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So as the rain continues to fall, so too do the field goal percentages. His third miss of the ball game.
And sometimes you just get so focused about that plant foot giving out, Brandon, that you forget to concentrate on the kick itself. And this weather's really impacted his performance. There's no doubt about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dewan Smoot. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 9. Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, McCown fighting to stay upright. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got him in, complete. They give him a gain of 38. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And a play fake. McCown. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. McCown now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. It's McCown. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Shotgun now for Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Bortles now on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. A critical error there in a tight game with the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Play action. McCown. Airing one deep for Curse. It got his man. Complete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Tobin Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So out now come the Jets. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. McCown throwing on second. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun here for McCown. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes
got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken short. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's McCown now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throw left side complete. That's Paul. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Sunday, 372.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Back to throw, Bortles. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.